Welcome back, everybody. So here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. Not this guy right here. Now, I'm going to share some plays before we get into this video right here. You can see this morning, Kramer was all over the place with Nvidia. He was pretty much praising and a big bull on Nvidia. So what I actually decided, I'm going to short that. Now, here's another play that I took. That was, I think, yesterday or not yesterday, day before, right here, 25th. Bull, right? What happened? That thing popped and then dropped. Home Depot calls I also took because he was negative on Home Depot, and that thing definitely paid that day right after earnings. Now, these are the trades right here. You can see DIA, the first one, DIA calls we took yesterday, which was Wednesday, 440 calls. And what happened today? DIA was over 438, took profit on that play because we got in at 433. Now, this is not it. Here's another one from today. This was fantastic, 45%. 10 a.m. Qs came down to daily expected move 507. Exactly right there, we took calls 520. And then a couple minutes later, not too long. I mean, look at this. It was a $6 to $7 move we caught, and we got out with nice profit. Now here's the biggest one that actually had $100,000 in it today, and I still have about $30,000 on this play. And I took this live, but this is where things are really interesting. I saw those tweets from Kramer. You can see we actually had Apple puts from 248. I completely got out today, and then Apple eat into Nvidia. You can see, but I understand the opportunity for Nvidia. Kramer after Nvidia, and then from there, look at this, live everyone. So I was live in my Discord today. Nvidia long puts on table. Will exit Apple completely, then jump on Nvidia. September 19th, 120 puts. And boy, oh boy, is that trading at 120 or not, guys. So all these trade ideas, and especially people that are actually serious, I'm talking about only serious people. If you're serious about trading, you want to learn and you want to get all these trade ideas, and these trade ideas are only coming on Premium Plus membership. You get everything, full access, all the support you need to become a better trader. Definitely, you can check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. I also have it right here on my X page, right here on top. You can see you can join Patreon, and once you join, definitely join the Discord community right here, and that is where I share all the trade ideas. This is free right here. I just have to give you access once you join the Patreon, so definitely check it out, guys. Welcome back, everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market, and before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and you want to support the channel, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. Now, what happened today in the market? Well, Dow Jones went down 0.45%, not a bad day. If you look at right here, Nasdaq down almost 3%, S&P down 1.59%, Russell down 1.53%. Now, here's in this group what we got here. Well, real estate, financial, consumer defensive leading the way on top. A risk off move in the market, and then we got technology taking a beating, down whopping near 4%. We got utilities also down, consumer cyclical, communication services, basic materials. Then we got stock market map. What do we have here? Well, you can see, I mean, if you look at it, it's just right here. These big names. Microsoft down near 2%, Nvidia down whopping 8%. That is just insane, guys. We caught more than 12% move to the downside because the puts I took live, it was right, at opening. I didn't even look where I was getting filled. There was a market order, and that thing took off like a rocket ship and still green. Now you can see some of these names like Broadcom also down 7%, big name, Apple down over 1%, Amazon 2.5%, Tesla 3, Meta down over 2, and Google down 2.5. Now, with all these names down, What do you see here? BRK up 1.68%. So it's interesting, and then we got some of these energy names that are also up on the day. This is another play I did not share. This is another play that I took this morning under 96 bucks, 95 calls on Walmart, and this thing went to the moon also, guys. Now I'm going to start with Qs, and why? Because this thing is getting absolutely killed right here. Look at this candle. Look at the size of this candle. Massive bearish engulfing candle today we got. And why? I know people will say, well, you didn't talk about the tariff. You didn't talk about the job numbers. Well, I saw all that, but that's not going to affect anything, especially making things go right back up immediately, right? So yes, Trump putting tariffs on pretty much everybody, and it's gonna take an effect next month. That's one thing. We got some job numbers, and they were not good. Obviously, now Trump firing a bunch of people. That's going to take effect also. And then on top of that, we have I think PC data tomorrow. So that's another thing to watch. And the market, I mean, it's been selling off. You can see high volume selling. So now, if you ask me, like, is this actually a crash? Well, let me show you guys one thing, and I'm just gonna do it only on Qs. So you can see what happened last time we got up into this levels right here. RSI was 80 plus, RSI was 80 plus 2022 bear market. And what do you see here? RSI was 75. So longer time frame, we're just getting started. Just a small, tiny pullback, nothing big. We can come all the way down here to, I would say, right here, this high 404, and it will be totally fine. Now, does that mean it's going to go there tomorrow? That's not my message. I'm showing you guys that it can go there. Things are overextended and market can come down. It's totally normal. Now people will freak out and say, well, that's a crash. Well, things go up, they come down. And especially, I think it's a great opportunity for retail traders, investors, because we cannot buy here, guys. We cannot afford to buy here. Last few videos that came out of my channel, only thing I said, I'm not buying here. And people that are actually subscribed to my channel, you can comment and tell me that I didn't say that. How many times I said I'm not buying here? I'm not buying here. This is not a right spot. I don't care if it goes up even higher. I'm not buying here. And you can see why I said that. Look at if you actually bought right here. Now you're down $40 a share on Qs. Or if you bought options, it's totally gone, right? Completely gone. So what is next? Well, you can see we actually broke a critical level. We took out this pretty much almost taking out this low 500. Now you can see 504, 503. This is where we held before, and now we are not. So that is a big new development here on Qs, and that's not looking bullish, right? Now, what's bullish here? I can tell you that lower Bollinger Band sitting at 506 and the ETF itself trading at 500. Is that actually bearish? Not in the short term. I think you can expect a relief rally anytime. I might be wrong, but I think, with my technicals, it happened all the time, even right here, even right here, right here, right here, right here, and even from this dump off, we went back up to 520. So I would say watch out if this thing gaps over 503 here. We got a shot for a move back up to 506, possibly up to even 510, up to 515 to 520. Now, if we continue tomorrow, well, we got some unfinished business. This election gap, so that is going to be the next stop and the critical support for 92.88 on triple Qs. On SPY ETF, it's down 1.60%, and you can see we came right into this gap. We filled the gap, and now it's holding over this 585 range, which is going to be critical support to watch going into tomorrow's session. Also getting a bit oversold. Lower Bollinger Band sitting near 590, and the ETF itself trading at 585. So we can definitely get a retracement back up to the upside. Now, a lot of people nowadays, they missed out on puts here. Now they're buying puts right here, guys. That is not what we do. Not in my channel, not in my Patreon group. We do not short into the hole. We got puts. I have SPX, I have SPY puts, June puts, those are green. I'm not gonna go and short here because I missed out. And just because market is coming down, at least wait for a bounce. Like today, if you waited, we all know that 598 to 600 level, strong resistance right here. And if we shorted here, you had a better spot. Now, if you're shorting, you're pretty much shorting into the hole. So 585 gives up, then we could be pulling back for a move up down here. These lows, and that's 574 to 575. Now, if this is actually a double top here, we need to go below this level, and then you're going to see this whole thing playing out and SPY going down much, much lower. But that's not going to happen, just like the way it's coming down, straight down. There will be counter trend rallies before we go down. So, when I say, or anybody says like things will go down even more, it does not just go down straight unless there is really bad panic like COVID crash or something really bad. Then you're going to see market selling off. Did you even hear in last 4 years a circuit breaker going on? No. So this is not something really serious to think right here. Yes, we will get counter trend rallies, and right now it's better to catch that counter trend rally back up to the upside than go and short inside this hole right here. So 585 holds. Watch out for a move back up to 590, maybe up to 595 to 598 to 600 on SPY ETF. On Dow Jones, it's down near 0.5%. So we can see yesterday's candle, we took calls right here at 433 and we sold today over 438. And I knew it, this thing was coming down because of all the other ETFs, they were coming down. And this thing came down huge, inverted hammer. And that is not a good looking candle. And we closed below 433. So we have another gap down here, guys. So the next stop will be down here at 425 and then 423 as a support. To the upside, resistance will be at 436.66. Over that, gap fill reversal to the downside can also happen here at 440. I'll just round things up here with this gap on DIA. On IWM, it's down 1.5%. So this thing came down and finally closed this gap right here at 212 and it's holding there as a support. Now there will be resistance at 215 and then 220, 222. To the downside, underneath this support 212, there will be support at 210. And if this thing wants to come down more, I mean, this is definitely signaling, a recession here. IWM, this thing breaking down. And the worst thing you want to see, IWM breaking down and going under 200. And that can happen, guys. So, yes, things are not really, crashing yet, but we have to be careful trading in this environment. And that's been the message in all my videos, at least in last couple of weeks, that market hitting all-time highs, we cannot be a big bull and just ignore everything and go all in at the top, and then you lose everything here in this market. Now, let's talk about VIX. And people that are subscribed to my channel, I did show you guys before that there were a lot of calls coming in for VIX, like six, and then I think there was like another 9 million calls. And now you can see why. And then not only the calls, we had this wedge pattern here, and what happened? Boom, broke out, right? And now look at the strong closing here. It's getting a bit frothy and overextended. I get that here, trading way outside the Bollinger Band, but now it's trading over 20, guys. So you got to be really careful. Volatility over 20, that's not good for the bulls. If this thing comes back, 20 will be support, 1937 will be support, and then 18 bucks. Under 18, market can actually take a breather back up to the upside. If this thing remains over 20, the next stop 23 and then 26 can quickly happen. And if that happens, there will be more downside here in this market. So the dollar is also up 0.76%. And look at this big bullish engulfing candle. And we got over 106.51. And now looks like it's heading up for a 107.50. So if this thing crosses over that level, we might see a rising dollar again. Now, what happened to 10-year yield? I haven't even checked in last few days. I mean, this thing got a doji indecision candle, so this thing is dumping. It's not looking that good, and you can see we got a doji type of candle here. So if this thing rises again, there is going to be even more pressure here on S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100. So in this market, yes, there's a lot of money, but if you're somebody new and just going back and forth, you could be losing a ton of money, especially with the volatility we have here in this market recently. So definitely I'll give you guys more updates going into tomorrow night. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit that like button, guys. It takes a lot to make a video and YouTube does not pay for that.